All right, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well this Monday night. Welcome to Note Night in America. Once again, everybody, thank you for joining us here on this Monday night. Hopefully, everybody's rocking and rolling along, enjoying it here. It's been a great, very busy Monday, kind of a very short kind of week for us here in the office as we are prepping to head out tomorrow morning, first thing to Florida before hopping another plane and headed to the Bahamas. That's right. Headed to the Bahamas to spend a couple days with the folks over at Mr. Landlord's Retreat. Got a big shout out to Jeffrey Taylor for having me. Excited to be there. We'll be doing actually triple duty, and we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, guys, welcome to Note Night in America. It's Monday night. Woohoo! We are rocking and rolling along. As always, it's a rocking sock 'em. You're going to have some fun tonight. You're going to want to take out a pen and paper because you're going to want to write some numbers down tonight with some of the content we'll go through here in a little bit with you all. But who is on tonight? We obviously have Note and real estate investors that are joining us here on the webinar, watching people interested in the Note investing game. We have these. And first and foremost, you should know, yes, these calls are recorded. This webinar is recorded. We also live streaming it straight to YouTube tonight as well. So if you are on our YouTube channel, follow that. You'll be getting notification that we have gone live on this. We're no longer doing these live to Facebook just because the fact of the algorithms and things like that. We're sharing it to the second largest search engine out there versus Facebook. So that's why we're live streaming to YouTube and no longer to Facebook. You will be able to catch the replays on WeCloseHouse.tv along with us posting it to our Vimeo channel. And like I said, our YouTube channel too. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube and the Vimeo channel so you're alerted of the updates out there as well. And then, of course, one of the things that we also do is take these episodes and upload it to our podcasting platform for Note Night in America podcast, which we're excited about that. I think we just went over 20,000 downloads on the Note Night in America podcast just recently. So thank you for listening and subscribing. If you're listening to this on the podcast, hey, make sure to leave a review. Would love to know who's listening on Stitcher or iTunes or any of the podcasting platforms. But anyway, guys and gals, fun. We did hit a big number just recently. We had our 400th episode for the No Closer Show podcast. We'll still be live streaming that to Facebook for a while. I haven't decided if we're going to stop live streaming that to Facebook and sharing that to YouTube as well. We went over 210,000 downloads since we last were on Note Night in America, over 10,000 downloads last week. Love for you to review and subscribe as well. We got lots of great content, interviews, guests, and vendors on the Note Closer Show podcast. If you're not watching that or listening to that, please do so. That's our flagship episode, flagship podcast for the show out here. So anyway, guys, big round, a lot of events coming up. So you guys will want to write these things down if you want to find out more information about them. You're definitely going to want to be busy. There's some great events that are going on for all of you, whether you're brand new or seasoned in the real estate industry. There's some great stuff for you to really be tapping into in the next couple of days and next couple of weeks. So first, let's talk about the upcoming event schedule. This Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the Quest Online Summit, the Masters of Tax Avoidance. Going to be on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's an online event. Go to questtrust.com, get a discount code there. If you use Monday, you should be able to get a discount. All right. Or WCN Crew, get a discount for that as well. But I actually been busy today. I will not be speaking live, but I have a very special 30-minute presentation that they'll be showing Sunday afternoon. I had to record it and send it over to them. So great lineup there. Go to questtrust.com to check out the lineup that's available there. Great stuff, residential, commercial, fixing, flipping, private lending, notes, and of course, always Quincy and Nathan Long, probably Jeff Watson and John Heyer as well, if I know those guys as well. Also this weekend, my buddy Dan Hanford is having his online multifamily investor summit for the first time, really jacked up. I will be speaking live on this Friday afternoon. And I've got a great special presentation about notes in the apartment and multifamily community. So that's something you don't want to miss out on as well. If you have nothing else to do, Dan's got a great thing. He's using, both Quest and Dan are both using Zoom what we're doing tonight to help them with their event. So we're really excited because both organizations have taken a lot of tips from us and picked my brain. So it should be a couple great events for you guys this weekend. I think Dan's also giving away the registration list if you sign up. So if you got some chance for some VI, I think admission to both these is, I think, $199 right now. Then, of course, if you are looking to raise more capital, our good friend Julian Sadati and Gene Trowbridge with crowdfundinglawyers.net is having their Ultimate Crowdfunding Secrets taking place February 7th and 8th in Orlando. That's a Thursday, Friday in Orlando. You can go to crowdfundinglawyers.net, check out their event schedule. Well worth the price of admission. They really do some great stuff out there. They're the best of the industry. Julian and Gene are. So check it out. You can't go wrong by enjoying that. Our first virtual note buying workshop of the year is February 15th, 16th, and 17th. That's online. You can get signed up for that. Tickets are $6.99 for you and a spouse or partner for 3 days of find, fun, and flip. After that, we have a very special one-night only thing, one night only in Tampa. The Tampa Note Closure Group will be speaking at location to be determined, but it will be in Tampa on February the 20th. That's a Wednesday night from roughly 6:30 to 6:30, 7 o'clock to probably 8:39. So we're finalizing spots for that. Following the next week, we'll be in San Diego for also a one-night only thing with a San Diego Note Closers Group, either the 27th or the 28th. We're still identifying event space for that as well before heading back here. And then we have our next fast track training of the year, the 15th to the 17th is in March. We've got one spot left available for that. So you definitely want to take advantage of that for you and your partner, you and your spouse to come into that. We actually had a great weekend this last weekend with our Austin Fast Track Mastermind. We've got some great results of that. Right? My buddy Paul Cooper, who was here for a fast track, has already landed an investor after sending an email blast out on a list that we helped provided, already looking like he's landed a 7-figure investor from the fast track training. Whoopee, whoopee. Yeah. We know what the heck we are doing here, everybody. So excited, just absolutely blown away with a great group. Charles and Pam Wilson, Paul Cooper, Benang, Mark, Jeff, and Karen Bernsen. Big Texas group of people. Paul is actually from Pueblo, Colorado, but everybody else is from Texas here, Central Texas, and just really great. I really expect a lot of good things from these people, and stay tuned as you'll see them marketing and really sharing their message, what they got rock and roll. But great weekend, great people. Of course, lovely Stephanie Goodman there in the middle, smiling as well. So anyway, also, guys, wanted to really let you get push. We've got, I think, about 10 chapters left on this. You want to get your story told. We have our Loan Tales book that we're rolling out here, 50 note investors with different case studies. We're going to be marketing it everywhere. Each story on the Note Closer Show podcast. So if you have a chapter and you want to get on the podcast, hey, great. Guess what? We'll talk about your story. Talk about your business. And then we'll be blasting and marketing this everywhere. We're going to be distributing this to asset managers. We'll be literally sharing this to REI clubs, meetup groups, conventions all across the country, sharing what you're doing, sharing the deals that you're working through, okay? It's $5.99 per chapter. There's actually 10 chapters left. But you can go to loantales.com to RSVP your chapter before it expires. Literally, guys, this is an opportunity for you. Nobody else has done this in the note space. Somebody was on last Monday night and said, oh, my gosh, it's a great thing. Not me, not anybody in our group. So we say, man, that's usually a $2,000 charge. So we're really just trying to do this to help cover our costs, editing, and some of the marketing that goes along with it, and really help you guys create a win. I'll give you an example. I paid $10,000 to be in a book with Greg Reed. I mean, it's an info book. Your time is now. I paid, great. Maybe 200 people have read the thing. This is going to go out to investors all across the country. This is going to go out to asset managers. All right. Definitely worth it to knock it in. Yeah. So Bill goes, I was presented a similar opportunity last year for 2K. Yeah. We're not being greedy here. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Glad to see you on the call tonight. We're literally just trying to cover our cost to get this thing rock and rolling for you. So for those that signed up, I know, Bill, you signed up, a few others signed up. We're excited to have you. Stay tuned, especially later part of next week. You'll start seeing some stuff coming out to get you guys rock and rolling on your stories. So loantales.com is the link to get signed up. We'll be glad to have you. All righty. I know a big goal for For many people, the first 2 years, they want to do more marketing or more writing. All right. I know a big goal. A lot of people want to say, I want to write a book. Well, here's your opportunity to be part of one of the best ones for the note industry. You guys know I can market. And here's an opportunity for you to get marketed across our whole database. Trust me, $5.99 is well below what I should be charging. Julian, I'm in. I'll sign up this week. Well, Julian, I will not wait too late. All right. Do not wait too late. We got 10 chapters left. Take advantage of it. Sign up. We can talk about some of those case studies up there for it. But honored to have you on. And thank you again for being a first responder with what you do, Julian. But anyway, moving on here, everybody. Like I said, RSVP your chapter at lonetails.com. Make it simple. $5.99, and we'll be touching base with you. Any questions about the events, schedule, what's going on in the industry, anything like that? Got any events, anything they wanted to bring up before we dive into the main content for tonight? Give you guys a second there. Boom, shakalaka. Got a comment here. Let's see here. Milton says, so here, Milton says, hey, how you doing, buddy? Sent you an email Friday about a lead on an NPN I'm working on in Cook County that I could use your feedback on back as far as numbers and how to properly structure a note wholesale deal. So, Milton, I don't know, Milton. Sorry, bud. I'm headed out tomorrow. I missed it. My biggest thing is don't buy notes in Crook County. So sorry. I just hate it there, buying non-performing notes. You'd be better off talking with somebody locally, but sorry, man. Sorry. Can't be of any help on that one. So let's dive into it. Knowing your numbers to hit your goals, okay? Numbers. Money. Money. All right? We all have goals that we want to accomplish in the new year. I think we all agree to that, myself included. I got some numbers that I want to hit this year, okay? And so the big thing that most people don't realize is, first and foremost, what do you want to accomplish? If you don't know what you want to accomplish, that's the first problem. You're probably like this guy I'm showing here on a picture. He's like, oh, my gosh, what do I need to do to hit where I want to be? I don't want 2019 to be a clone of 2018. All right? Like, how many of you guys are ready for the year to be over for a fresh start? I think a chunk of you were, from the things I saw online, from talking with you, like, oh, I'm ready for 2018 to be over. I want it to be a new year. Well, you know what? It's a new year. It's a new year, and you have to start doing things now, because look at it, everybody. Literally, it's the 14th of freaking January when we did this live. The month is halfway over with almost, okay? The year is 1/24 of the way done, okay? 1/24 of the way done. That's scary, I know, right? 4% of the year is gone. So let's talk about some of the things that people want to accomplish, because I think most of these are probably going to fall in line with what you're looking for. You're looking for it to close. You know, you want to increase the number of deals that you've closed this year. I think a lot of you want to do that, right? You want to make more money. Duh. Stupid question. Hang on. More money. All right. You also want to retire, maybe retire yourself or leave your JOB or retire your spouse. Maybe your parents, you want to help them out with their retirement or help them leave their jobs. They don't have to work so hard. Hello, welcome to Walmart. Okay. We don't want that for ourselves. We don't want to be wearing the blue vest at 80. Get your stuff, get your shit, get out of here. All right. You don't want that. You want to help leave the job that you're doing or help your spouse get out of it, whatever it is. We've got goals, right? Maybe you want to pay for your Rugrats education. Maybe you want to send them to private school. Maybe you want to send them to college. You want to do something. You want to help pay for your kids' education, because let's face it, your kids aren't getting any younger, okay? Maybe you want to work less and play a little more. Maybe you want to come to the Bahamas, so you want to go on a cruise, or you want to do something fun instead of being so bogged down and just tired from always having to work, okay? Maybe you want to go from working so hard to maybe just working 20 hours a week or 10 hours a week, whatever. You all have goals that you want to accomplish, okay? But the question I have to ask you is, do you know what you want to do? What's your goal? What do you really want to accomplish? What is your why, okay? What is your why for achieving the success that you want to achieve? And is your why strong enough okay? To help you make sure that your new year, 2019, is going to be different from last year. What are the actions? What are the activities that you're doing in the new year? How are they going to be different from what you did last year and what you did the year before and the year before? If you find yourself in the same rut on that hamster wheel of doom, you have to do something. You have to get your ass off of there, change up, shake it off, and dive into doing something different, taking different actions to achieve different results. If you expect to achieve the different results with the same action you've done the last 2 years, I'm sorry, it's not. And this goes out to those that are closing deals too. The market has changed. You've got to tweak what you're doing. Do things a little bit different than how it's been done before. What I'm doing now is totally different than what I was doing 10 years ago, different 5 years ago, different than 2 years ago, okay? Different from a year ago. We are doing some really amazing things that we're really looking for. So let's talk about some of the rules out here. Some of the rules to success, because all about having goals is knowing the numbers and the rules behind what you're focused on, the rules to work by, I guess you could say, right? The rules of engagement, all right? You don't want to get shot at. You just want to know what to do so that you're fine to say. So you don't want to be, scared. You want people applauding your results at the end of the year. I'm having too much fun with my sound machine tonight. So let's talk about some of the rules. Okay. Like we talked about before, what you did last year isn't going to work. It's funny. Our buddy Chad Erbschott, a Canadian investor, one of our future mastermind members, talked about how he was on the phone with somebody, some idiot, some hedge fund. He was wanting like 75, 80% of unpaid balance. Okay. Or above balance. He's going to have to start listening to me and start targeting more banks this year. That's just things you're going to have to do. Okay. Now, one big thing too, you have to keep in mind, and this is one of the big rules that scares the shit out of people, is people get scared like, oh my gosh, I can only make offers on the amount of money that I have in my IRA, or the amount I have in my 401k, or the amount that I have in my checking account, or I got to go over here and break the piggy bank so I can pull Junior's $5 out of his piggy bank to pay for the deal. Well, let's get something straight. You're not going to close 100% of the offers you make. It's never happened. Nobody's ever made 100 offers and closed on all 100 of those. Okay? Not going to happen. Okay? You're also, if you're wanting to reach the numbers that you want to hit, like many of you do, you're going to have to make a lot more offers. Making one offer every blue moon, every time Haley's Comet comes by, isn't going to work. Okay? Every time that Mercury is in retro or whatever the hell, degrading, whatever, isn't going to be due. You're going to have to make a lot more offers to hit the numbers that you want to do. It's just a fact. It's the facts of life. Okay. This also means you're making more offers. It means you're going to have to market more. Oh my God. Some of you are so scared. I have to market more? What does that mean? It means doing things differently. It means doing different things than you've done in the past. I've had a couple people reach out to me. They're like, oh, hey, we'd love for you to come speak at this event, or can you come speak to this event on the East Coast or on the West Coast? I'm like, no. And they're like, what? I'm like, no offense. We're doing things differently. I'm not speaking at expos for the most part. I'm not going to go to those things. They just don't drive traffic. I want to do things, and by fact, I'm spending time here with you guys tonight is more effective and more, it's better for my time management skills and a bigger bang for my buck being able to spend an hour with you guys that are on here. The guys that listen to and the gals that listen to my podcast, the people that I engage with on deals. It's much more valuable for me to spend the time here than to go somewhere else. Okay. But this also means getting outside your comfort zone. All right. Don't get me wrong. You got to do some things. You got to spend time doing things that maybe you don't want to do initially to get along further, to expand your comfort zone. Okay. Some of you, what this means is you're speaking less or writing less and making more offers. Okay. Because the thing that drives me bonkers in this whole industry is that you have a bunch of jackasses. I take that back. I mean, jackass is a too strong word. You have a bunch of people that have closed on 5 deals that think they're experts. You have a lot of people close on maybe 10 deals or 20 deals or 30 deals and think they're experts. Okay. Look, no offense. If you close on 30 deals and it's been a year since you made an offer or a year since you closed on a deal, you should not be teaching. Okay. And there are people out there that are doing this. Oh, I'm an expert. An expert in what? Did you raise any private capital for your deals? No, you used your own money. Well, you're not really an expert. How can you teach? How can you teach? Oh, wait, you have a salary coming in? Wait a second. If you have a salary and you're an employee, you can't teach entrepreneurs how to succeed who are out there trying to make it on their own. It's a whole different mindset. And so what I'm trying to get at everybody here is you've got to get outside your comfort zone. Go close more deals. Go close more deals. Go close more deals. I had several friends reach out to me, hey, what should I be focused on? Go make more offers. Go close more deals. Go raise more capital. Those are the things you need to do. So what do you say? What do you say? What do you say we get to work on those numbers? Let's do that. All right. So the first question is, how many deals do I need to close to make money? All right. Well, then the next question I'm going to ask is, well, what's your money goals? Okay. And somebody throws out, I want to make $5,000 per month in cash flow. Okay. You want to make $5,000 per month in cash flow to you. All right. That's really simple. All right. Let's just run some numbers. Let's say you're going to see after servicing costs, you're going to see at least, or after monetary costs, splitting money or paying investors, you're going to see $250 off that deal per month. Well, you take that $250 divided by into 5,000. That's a number of, that's really hard math. I'm just joking. That's 20 deals. All right. 20 deals is what you need to close in the next 12 months to get to the point at the end of this year, you've got $5,000 per month coming into cash flow. Okay. Now let's just face it. You're not going to get every deal modified. You're not going to get every deal that's going to be reperforming. Okay. You're going to have some deals you make offers on that turn into big checks, like $10,000 or $20,000 checks if you take it back and then foreclose or do the other things. Okay. But for simple methods tonight, we're going to go, hey, you're going to be targeting owner-occupied assets, all right, where the utilities are on, taxes aren't too far behind, and it's occupied, like I said before. Somebody wants to stay. They have some pride of ownership, okay? Like I said, mentioned before, if you will only close on about 10% of your offers that you submit. So you're not going to go 20 for 20. You're not going to hit a perfect 1,000. You're not going to hit the Hall of Fame of note investors. Oh, my God, she made 20 offers and had 20 accepted right off the bat. If that has the case and you make 20 offers, you get 20 accepted, you're probably overpaying, okay? That should scare the crap out of you, okay? You should be like, oh, crap, they accepted all 20 of my offers. I overpaid. All right. So if you figure that you're only going to close on 10% of your offers, that means you need to take 20 deals times 10%, okay? That means you need to make a total of 200 offers. 200 offers made to hit that point, roughly, okay? Now, if you divide that by 50 weeks out of the year, you're probably going to take at least 2 weeks off. You're not going to work around Christmas, okay? So a week off for vacation, 4th of July, because 4th of July is in the middle of the week, okay? It means you're probably working 50 weeks out of the year. That means you need to make 4 offers per week. 4, it's a magical number. 4 offers per week, all right? 4 offers per week times 50 weeks means 200 offers, okay? All right, that could be roughly 200, that's 20 offers roughly a month, give or take a little bit, okay? That's how many offers you got to make, okay? This is making sense. That means you're going to be closing on 1 to 2 assets per month, maybe 3, who knows, okay? Make some offers, they're going to reject it, okay, I'm not doing anything. I can make some more offers the following month. You're going to get better at your due diligence. You're going to get better at your closing ratio. Even we are only like a 35, 40% closing ratio on what we make offers on. So don't be expecting to go in there hitting like Teddy Williams, okay? You're going to have a 10% hit ratio. You do that, you make 200 offers, you got 20 deals this year, you're going to be really loving it, okay? If you're not making 4 offers a week, what the heck are you doing? 4 offers a week, that's not even 1 a day, okay? There is no excuse that you can tell me that will keep you from making 4 offers, okay? Unless you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, whatever you're doing, not unless you're. Now, if you work a full-time 80-hour-a-week job, that's a different story, okay? But even if you're working a full-time 40-hour-a-week job, there's still time between 7 p.m. and 2 a.m. be making offers. I'll be reaching out to asset managers. I'll be reaching out to banks, okay, via email or in messages on LinkedIn. There's a whole variety of things you can do to get lists sent to you, okay? So the next thing it comes to, because as most people say, well, how am I going to fund those deals, Scott? I don't have money for 20 deals. That's okay. Because we've got a couple things to help you out with this. And I think this is going to be where the most amount of ideas or light bulbs go off for everybody out there, okay? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we're dropping some really great bombs here, okay? So how much OPM do you need? Do I need, okay? Well, let's say the average fair market value of the asset is 50 grand, because we see a lot of that in the non-performing side, whether you're focused on single first or contract for deeds. Some will be higher, some will be lower. We're just going with a law of numbers, okay? Now, if you're going to fund these on a one-off basis, roughly 50% of the fair market value, let's just assume unpaid balance is higher, okay? That means 25 grand. Some of you have seen this before in my 250K in 2018 presentation I've done before, okay? So what does that mean? If you were going to fund at 25 and you're buying 20 deals, that's $500,000 in OPM. That's awesome. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it is if you don't do anything, okay? If you sit at home and look at that number like, oh my gosh, I got to raise $500,000 in private money. What am I going to do? I don't know. I'm going to go watch TV, okay? $500,000 in OPM is really not that hard. I know. If you've never raised 50 grand, $500,000 looks 10 times harder than something you've never done before. Trust me, everybody's gone through our fast track and our mastermind, closing deals. That's the first thing. Raising private capital was a whole lot easier than I expected. It was much easier to hit that mark than I ever expected, because the fact is they're doing things, okay? So let's talk about it. It's very simple. You need 20 investors that have at least 25 grand apiece to fund one deal each, basically, okay? Or maybe you've found 10 investors that have 50 grand each, or 5 investors with 100 grand each, okay? We could go, 2 investors that have $250,000 each sitting in their IRAs or in cash or something like that, okay? The thing to keep in mind, it's not that hard to do that, okay? If you're wanting to make money, start getting on the way to making 6 figures, you can find people. I guarantee you, most of you already have 20 people in your network that have at least that, okay? I know that when I went online and pulled some of the past surveys from our Note Camp results, I know those numbers are out there in quite a bit more, okay? Quite a bit more. Because the way I look at it, most people on average have somewhere around 75 grand sitting in their retirement accounts. That's on average, okay? So the question is, how do you reach out to these people? Well, if they're already in your network, what's the rule to getting them to say yes? Do I just got to send a smoke signal up and they'll run over? Or they'll fall over dead with their legs up in the air with their IRA account numbers handies? No. You really got to market to them. So let's talk about how many emails do you have to send. Let's figure this out real fast, okay? So average connections that we see are people have roughly about 2,000 people in their database, either going to events, either on LinkedIn, they pull the LinkedIn connections, or Facebook, okay? So if and one of the formulas that we have found is that at least everybody on average is worth about $1 million. I'm sorry, worth about $1,000 in at least private money. Even your neighbor's bratty ass kids is worth $1,000. Just joking, but on average, $1,000 across the board. Some people are more, bring it up for the average. Okay, so 2,000 contacts in your database worth $1,000 a piece equals about $2 million in OPM. $2 million in private money. OPM stands for other people's money. Okay. Now, if you send an email out to your database, you're going to see in real estate on average, some of you guys are going to see higher results because you have a warm market, but on average in real estate, investing, mortgages, whatever, it's about a 20% open rate. Okay. So if you send an email out to 2,000 people, 1/5 of that is roughly 400 people. Okay. Now, if you take 400 people that will open your email the first time around, or the first, most of the time, times $1,000, that means there's roughly $400,000 in your round of emails. Because not everybody's going to open your email. That is just the case. Okay. All right. Now the question is, oh, they're not all going to respond. Are they all going to respond the first time I send an email? And the answer to that is probably not. Probably no. Okay. Probably no. But the first time you send an email out, usually about 2% of sales are made. So if you figure 2% of 400 grand, that comes to roughly 8 grand. Maybe somebody says, hey, I got 10 grand, 15 grand in an IRA account. Say, awesome, great, awesome. Let's say the next week, second week, you send another email out to your database. Same thing. Hey, here's another deal that we're working on. Or join me at the local meetup group. Or, hey, here's some case studies that we focus on. You're probably going to get 3% of sales are made on the second email. Okay. That means 12 grand in private capital plus the 8 grand from the week before means you've raised about 20 grand in capital in the first 2 weeks. Okay. Week 3, you send another email to your database about something else you got rocking and rolling. Okay. 5% of sales are made in the third email. That's 20 grand. Well, 20 grand plus the 8 plus the 12 means you've raised 40 grand roughly in week 3 by week 3. Okay. Now you send an email out for the 4th week in a row. You look at this right now. Week 1 could be this week. Next week would be week 2. The third email will be the end of the month. The 4th email would be the first week of February. Okay. You got another 40 grand there. That's mean you've raised 80 grand in week number 4. That would be enough, roughly 3 of the deals so far for you, right, everybody? You get where I'm going with that? Now, the thing is you'd have to keep this going because 80% of sales are made after the 5th contact. So let's just say you're a phenomenal emailer and the 5th email you raised 320 grand in week 5 or later. Wink, wink. Fall in love with notes for Valentine's Day, okay? Fall in love with the returns on my deals. Your IRA is going to love me, baby. You're going to want to buy me chocolates and red roses. I'll be your Valentine. Man, those are just some great ideas for marketing pieces right there. I'll be your IRA's Valentine. I got the deals. Or pour some sugar on me, sweethearts. All right? So the thing I'm trying to get at here, guys and gals, is most investors never send more than 1 or 2 emails. Because I've asked you guys this before. And if you're brand new, no, I haven't asked you, but literally over half of you will never send an email out to your database. And I guarantee the other half, only half of that half, is actually going to send an email out maybe once to their database. That's the sad thing. You won't do the little things that it takes you to do to get where you need to be. Okay? You won't do the little things that you have to do. But it's really about as simple as that, everybody. It's really about as simple as that. So how many emails do you send? 5 emails? 2,000 people, it's 10,000 emails. Okay? But only having a 20% open rate? Well, that means 2,000 people have opened your emails. Paul Cooper's fill up your hopper, then keep recycling them. Amen to that, Paul Cooper. You know what I'm talking about, man. Okay? Just rinse and repeat. Get them in there and keep rinsing them too. Build a system. Okay? Replicate the email and MailChimp, tweak it, change a few things. Change the title, change what you're doing. Okay? So, but some of you are like, well, Scott, I don't have 2,000 people in my contact list because I'm brand new to this. Okay. Let's talk about growing your audience. Well, start networking at local meetup and REIAs and taking their business cards and going home and putting it in your database. Connecting with real estate investors on Bigger Pockets. Go out there and post. Ask questions. Connect with people. It's easy to do. Okay? Easy to do. Connect with real estate investors on LinkedIn. Literally go over to LinkedIn, type in real estate investor, pull up thousands and thousands of people. Go and connect with them. If they connect with you, then you want to post something there. Maybe copy your email over there to start connecting or a few photos. You can do this. Okay? Attend conferences or workshops. Go to Note Camp. Go to the virtual workshop here in February. Okay? Go to the Quest event. Go to the Multifamily Investor Summit this weekend. Start connecting with people. Okay? The idea is there's plenty of opportunity around if you will just get off your keister and go do it, everybody, and just do more. This is not a difficult business. Most of it's being done from you sitting on your butt or on your couch or wherever and doing a lot of the simple things over and over and over. Okay? What you want to do is share your journey and the offers and deals that you are working on. Okay? Share the journey. Share what you're working on. Share that you are actually getting off your butt and getting your muscles fit when it comes to real estate investing. All right? Like I was in the gym today here at noon, and there's like 4 groups in there. 2 guys working out, a girl, Summer, who's on the treadmill. 2 of the guys walked in, they turned around and walked back out. One guy walked in, changed, and he stood in the corner for like 30 minutes. Didn't know what the hell he was going to do. It's kind of funny. Me, I'm in and out. We did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 straight legs, 100 squats. I got in and out. I'm on my way, okay? Just doing the same thing over and over, building that muscle up, building the muscle between your ears up by doing these things over and over again. And trust me, your first email you send out is going to suck. Your first introductions when you go meet somebody at a conference or connect with somebody, it's going to suck, okay? Charles is working on sending out 650 emails right now. That's awesome, my friend. But the idea here, everybody, is just to get out. Everybody's looking for something for you to do. Everybody's looking to accomplish things in the new year. Why not you? Why not share what you're doing? Why not share your goals? One of the things that I have a big goal for this year is I want to be a guest on 100 podcasts this year. Okay? 100 podcasts a year. I mentioned it in a podcast form, and oh my God, I got overwhelmed. Let me spread these out. Like I've got interviews from now through actually the end of March lined up on other podcasts to help me with my audience, to help me get the word out of what I'm doing, help me expand my database. But I'm sharing what I had. I'm going to podcasts. People are responding. I've never heard of from before. Oh yeah, we'd love to have you. Awesome. Okay. What's that going to lead to? It's going to lead to more people, going to lead to more funding, and lead to more deals closed. Okay. So let's talk about your audience. Let's talk about what are some of the things that you need to do. Now, a lot of us, we talk about mailing out to IRA investors. And some of you that are on here, Charles Wilson, I know you were talking about you sent out to 30 IRA investors you pulled from one county, pulled to others out there, okay? So let's talk about the value of sending things out directly. Now, direct mail has a 1 to 4% open response rate, okay? So this is talking about literally going to the county records, the county appraisal districts, and looking for those of Quest IRA or Equity Bust or Pensco or any of the other 40-plus self-directed IRA companies out there. Okay? Go and search those names and pull in that database. It's going to take you a little bit of time. Okay? But if you need 20 investors to fund your deals, how many postcards is it going to take? Well, if you figure you're going to get a 4%, not open rate, response rate, it's probably going to be better because you're dealing with a high target-rich environment. But we'll just say 4% on the low side, which I've never had a 4% response rate. It's always been higher when we send out postcards. Okay? That means if you get a 4% response rate to get 20 investors, that means, drum roll please, you need to send out to investors, 500. Okay? And let's say it costs you $1 a postcard, $1, because you got to figure forever stamps are now going to 55 cents and then 45 cents for the postcard plus the time, plus the ink to print on here. What are you going to say in the postcard? Well, hey, I'm doing deals. Here's a deal that I'm working on. I see you're a self-directed IRA investor. Would you like to talk or get coffee? Would you like to get on the phone to learn more about some of the things? Because we're looking for more investors to sell these deals to or to partner with. Okay? The question is, would you spend $500 to make 60 grand in cash flow for the year? And the answer to that is always, yes, I would. And the answer really is, no, you won't. That's the answer. So many of you won't do simple things to get ahead. All right? Because if you figure, if you take 500 postcards to make $60,000, that means every postcard you send out is worth $120 for you. You send out $1 postcard to make 120. That's 120,000 return on investment, something like that. The question is that worth that to you? I don't know. Some of you it is. Some of you it isn't. Do you put a paragraph in the back of your postcard or you just let the art talk? No, I always put something on the back of my postcard. So like you may put, hey, check out, I'd love to invite you to my webinar. I put a link to a video you record, Laura. Or hey, here's our most recent deal that we closed. at 25% or 35% of value, okay? You want to put something on the back of the postcard to have them take interest, not just like the artwork. Oh, look at this. I think it's feng shui. Oh, is this Mona Lisa smiling? I love my Mona Lisa postcard. I'm just going to put it there. No, you got to put something on there to get their attention, my friend. Okay? Looking for deals in Central Texas? We can help. Okay? You know I love you, Laura. You know I love you. All right. So looking for more deals. How are you going to find more deals? Well, maybe you should start sending email to asset managers and pulling asset manager information off of Lane Guide, Scotsman, Distress Pro. It's right there at your fingertips for most of it. Okay? Start calling asset managers. Oh, here's a novel concept. Dialing for dollars. Dialing for dollars. Dialing for dollars. Talking to asset managers. Now let's talk about that. Would you make 50 phone calls to find one list or one deal? Yes or no? I'll tell you a funny thing. Last January, February, we opened up Banking Blitzkrieg. 25 people wanted to do it. And out of 25 people, half of them flaked off after the first week. Okay? I know Paul will. Paul Cooper would. I know a few of you will. But the question I ask, would you make 50 phone calls? Double yes on that call-in. Yes. Jeffrey Wolf would. Let me give you an example. First time I made phone calls, I made 53 phone calls and got 52 no's before I got my first yes. That doesn't count the 10 that I called in my head, practice, and then the 15 that I got called and hung up on really fast because I was nervous Nelly. 50 phone calls to find one list and one deal. Because on average, it's going to come out to that. Karen says, yes, I would. I know you would, Karen. But most people won't. So let's think about this. If you had to make 1,000 phone calls to find your 20 deals, 1,000 phone calls to make 60 grand, at the end of the year, the 60 grand came in pretty much regularly for you. 60,000 divided by 1,000 phone calls means each phone call you actually dial is worth about $6. What I used to say is that every no I got was worth basically at least $500. I'll give you an example. I made 70 phone calls over 3 weeks to get into the right department at Capital One. First deal I closed with them, I made 35 grand and a wholesale fee on a 8-unit apartment complex. You take 35 grand, divide that by how many phone calls? 70. That's $500 for every no I got. It's $500 for every transfer to Bangladesh. Okay. $500 for every guy that came across the phone and said, hello, my name is Steve. How can I help you? Okay. That's the thing you have to look at. You have to start looking at these numbers as a game because it's a system. Okay. Karen, you have chickens, right? And you go out and you buy chickens from the grain store, right? You don't expect all 100 of those chickens, or how many chickens do you buy to end up with 3 or 4? I don't know the number. I just remember as a young kid, 3 years old, me and my grandfather going to the feed store to buy 100 chickens, little chicks. And not many of them survived to the very end, but that's why you have the law of numbers. When I used to make phone calls from banks, it would be 50 phone calls to talk to 13 to 14 people. Out of that 13 to 14 people, I'd probably talk and sign 4 NDAs or 4 leads. And out of those 4 leads, I'd end up with probably 1. Okay. Some weeks it was better than that. Other weeks it was worse than that. Sometimes I'd make 100 phone calls to get to the right department. The question is, how many phone calls can you make in an hour? If you knock out 20 phone calls an hour, that's 1 phone call every 3 minutes. That's pretty good money if you get to the right end. A lot of us have such a sense of entitlement, I want it to come to me. I don't have the strength or the energy to make phone calls. That's so 2001. Okay? I'm having fun with tonight's thing, yes. But what I'm trying to get, if you look at the numbers behind things, okay? If you made 50 phone calls per day times 20 days to get 1,000 contacts, that means you're literally 20 days away from having some deals that are making some money. Now, if you made phone calls in 3 days a week, because of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, don't make phone calls on Mondays or Fridays, that's divided by 3 days, that's 6 weeks away. 7 weeks, really. 7 weeks away. What 7 weeks from now? Well, we're here. 1, 2, 3. That would be phone calls a day. Call Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to knock out 25 before lunch and 25 in the afternoon. That's not hard to do if you will put it in place and get it done. Managers are reaching out to your contacts. 6 weeks of phone calls and emails to help you find and fund your deals. 6 weeks, 7 weeks. You'll be there. That's a whole lot better than wait till the end of the year. Now, thing is, I'm only make phone calls 1 day a week. That's fine. 1 day a week is fine. One is better than nada. Okay, my friends? A little bit is better than nada. Sometimes you want the whole enchilada. If you want the whole enchilada, a little bit is better than nothing at all. All right? So think about this. 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 14 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever you do, look at your schedule. Look at your calendar, okay? Look at the things you're doing. Maybe you're not mailing out 500 postcards this week. Maybe you're dropping 50 because that's all you had time to pull off the list. But these little simple things, these 4 things, emailing out, okay, to your contact list, pulling IRA letters and mailing those out a little bit, reaching out to asset managers via email and making phone calls. Those are 4 magical things. That's like the 4 ends of a chair, 4 legs of a chair to help you get where you need to be, okay? Now, the question, man, is it worth it? Of course it's worth it, but a lot of you will bullshit yourself and say, I don't have the time. I don't want to do this now. Nobody said this is going to be the most sexiest thing. Oh, I'm going to be so in vogue. I'm going to strike a pose, and my eternal good looks are going to have asset managers falling at my doorstep. Oh, please take a look at my deals. Doesn't happen that way. Sorry. Karen asked a question. Do most banks sell off assets throughout each month, or do most of them cram at the end of each quarter? It varies, Karen. Most of them are do quarterly sell-offs, but you also, if you're reaching out, you're going to come across hedge funds. You're going to come off sources, stuff that they didn't have to get rid of them last quarter. Okay? There's never been a month in the year that I've not bought notes from a bank or a hedge fund of some sort. That should answer your question. Okay? I'm not worried about Karen. I'm not worried about people in my fast track. I don't worry about people in my mastermind for the most part, as long as you're out there closing deals. Keith Collins, that's right. 60 grand divided by 1,000 is $60 per call. That's pretty good, buddy. Hey, buddy. That's pretty damn good. Amen to that. Thank you for that. Okay? 1,000. Oh, you know what? You're right. I had my math wrong. It's not $6 per call. It's $60 per call. Thank you, sir. You're an honor and a scholar and a gentleman as well. My math is off. It's even more beneficial. Crap. You made 50 phone calls in a day. It's $60 per call because I had my math wrong here. That's a $3,000 day. That's pretty freaking good. Okay? You don't have to be a math wizard in simple math to be good at the note business. So the question I want to come back to you is, what's it worth it to you? Okay? What's it worth it to you? And the whole thing is everyone can do what I just outlined. It is not difficult. We're not talking putting 40 hours a week into this. You can do all these things basically at 10 hours a week or less if you're smart with your time. But a lot of people I talk to on a regular basis, I see the message boards. I see the comps. I see the questions. I see the people running around in a circle chasing all these damn squirrels. Oh, should I sign up for his education? Should I sign up for his workshop? Should I sign up for hers? At some point, you guys have to quit taking workshops and start taking action. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell a workshop where you come to and all you have to do is the only thing you do while you're at my workshop is take action. I'm like, I don't know. What's the action? What's the other workshops told you you could do? Let's do that. Everybody can do what I just outlined. But if you don't know the numbers, you don't know the outlines, you just don't know. And I get that. All right. But most of you know the numbers because I've rattled them off here on Note Night in America over and over and over again. Because it is what it is. And I get it. We get sidetracked. We have projects. We have family. We have excuses. We have stuff that happens. I get it. I'm not going to be the most productive person this next week either. Okay? But I am going to be productive. Okay? I'm going to get things done even when I'm over in the freaking Bahamas. I'll be working. I'm going to be speaking. I'm going to be working on some email blasts, be working on some marketing, and then taking some time to enjoy myself. Okay. But literally, it's up to me. It's up to you. You are in complete 100% control of your future. You are in complete 100% control of 2019. It's up to you whether you want to be successful at it or you just want it to be another mediocre year. If you're dealing with issues, health, family, friends, financial issues, the best thing you can do is these 4 things, because that's what's going to solve your issues. Going, closing more deals, raising more capital, talking to more investors. That's right, Paul. Pineapple drinks totally count as being productive if you earn them. And trust me, I'm earning them. Okay? So, any questions about tonight's content? Look at that, right on almost an hour. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Want me to pull a slide up so you can take a look at it again? I'm feeling good. It's Monday, and I get to spend time with my Note family here. Love it. Life is good. Tabitha says, can we buy the IRA list from you? Yeah, I can help you with a list of IRA owners in your county. I don't know if they're self-directed, but yes, Tabitha, if you want to, drop me an email. Tell me what county and state you're in, and I'll be glad to find out how many's in there and then go from there. All right? $1 to $1 a lead, okay? So any other questions, any comments, concerns, guys? Any other things? Phil Jacob says, confidence grows as you do it over and over again. Yes, Phil Jacob. Yes, you guys, confidence for years and Melanie, confidence is just growing leaps and bounds. You guys had a couple little, you had a few more spills on the training wheels to get rock and rolling when you're trying to find assets. You really motivate. You guys are doing a great job. Your marketing, your things rock and rolling. Our buddy Frank Fiore is doing a great job out there. Hashtag Frank. Hashtag Frank. Confidence grows as you do it over and over. Yeah, you just have to embrace the suck at first. Realize we all start off doing something, okay? Karen says it was great post fast track money. Thank you. It's going to be a fantastic week. Yeah, thanks. No problem. Need around 500 or 1,000 for tests, and I'll get more. That's fine, Tabitha. Just drop me an email at scott@weclosenotes.com, and we'll see about getting the list out to you. Just let me know what county I can put an order in or put a request in and find out and go from there. Okay? All right, questions here. Let's see. Question. Any other questions, comments from anybody? For those that are interested, we do have our first workshop of the year, February 15th, 16th, and 17th. You can go to weclosenotes.com to get signed up for it, along with all the description, what's going into it. But literally, great stuff. We'll help you fall in love with notes that weekend. It's $6.99 for you plus a guest. Okay? Love to have you as a part of it. You're brand new to our webinars. But otherwise, then, everybody, that is all that I have for this Monday night. Unless we got any comments or questions. Thanks, Charles. You guys too. You and Pam did a great job. Enjoy it. It's a complaint about from the fast track. We fed them too much. They're all going to fast for a week from food provide to them this weekend. But anyway, hopefully you guys all go out and make something happen. And we'll see you all at the top, everybody. Bye.